Let's now discuss another compelling tale that has astounded people everywhere. Gabourey Sidibe's dramatic weight loss. You've read the headline, "She shed 150 pounds, and you won't believe how she now appears." However, if you watch this film through to the very end, you will realize that the true shock lies not just in her new appearance but also in the courage, integrity, and self-love that led to this transformation. This is more than simply a before and after story, so don't click away. This is about a person who, in a society that was constantly ready to condemn her, learned how to take care of herself. Gabourey was well known for a long time as a gifted actress with a striking physical and mental presence. Her honesty, humor, and heart lighted up the screen. However, people who don't fit the mold are not always treated well by society, and she received a lot of criticism regarding her size. People made fun of her figure, used derogatory language on the internet, and treated it as a topic for discussion and rating. She eventually came to the conclusion that she deserved more rather than letting that break her. Better in the sense of feeling stronger, healthier, and more in charge of her life, rather than in the sense of being smaller for other people. She didn't shed 150 pounds overnight. It required patience, time, and numerous difficult decisions. She collaborated with physicians and other medical professionals, making choices based on her own need rather than those of strangers. She altered her eating habits, her movements, and her inner dialogue. There were days that were victories. There were days that seemed like major setbacks. But because she was doing it for herself, she persisted. Nowadays, the majority of people only see the photos, which show her thinner face, a different shape, and new clothes that accentuate her curves. Supporters claim they find it hard to believe it's the same individual. However, she is still the same person, albeit with a lighter build and manner of carrying herself. Relief, pride, and a newfound tranquility are visible in her eyes. She has been candid about the emotional aspects of this journey, including overcoming old habits, emotional eating, and the agony of being only evaluated based on her size. She provided many people who feel stuck in their bodies, afraid to start, afraid of failing, and afraid of what other people may think a voice by speaking candidly. The fact that she doesn't encourage others to emulate her is the most significant aspect of this tale. She doesn't say that in order to be worthy, you have to lose weight. She demonstrates that you have the right to feel good about yourself, even if that involves making significant adjustments for your pleasure and well-being. She didn't lose 150 pounds to appease critics or conform to a narrow definition of beauty. It was about breathing more easily, enjoying a longer life, and experiencing less suffering and more happiness. You can sense it if you look closely. Even though the pictures don't properly capture it, you must have been moved by this narrative if you are still here. Perhaps you struggle with your health or your body. Perhaps you have heard unpleasant remarks that are still fresh in your memory. Let Gabourey's story serve as a reminder that the first step is to take care of yourself as if you really matter, rather than trying to impress others. You don't have to change who you are. All you have to do is strive to be the best version of yourself. Please hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe if this video inspired you or changed your perspective on her. That way, you won't miss the next inspirational tale we tell you.